Testing, 1 2, testing, 1 2 5. Um, I'm gonna get to it in a minute. It'd be cool if all the denture cream, if all of this stuff turned into chewing gum after it was that you put it in your mouth and then you just pull it out, start chewing on some nice dentine. All right. What I'm saying is that I was watching I just saw something. It's called like The Race with Jesse Owens. It's a movie, and he's in Germany with Hitler, and Hitler's in Germany, like the president of the country. You know, letting the Olympics carry on, and holiday season was hit with uh, a Pearl Harbor. Now, what I got for you is they got this guy Benjamin Rahu. I'm gonna say Benjamin Rahu in Israel. They said it was a 9/11 type of thing. What it was, it seemed like what happened in Israel. It seemed like that was a Pearl Harbor type of thing. I'm not saying they had any kamikazes, types of, guys, what I mean, blowing themselves up, but they got inside Israel and they took hostages, they killed people, and they led the Israeli army out of Israel, maybe for the first time in this type of capacity. And you don't know the tenacity of the actuality of what Hamas has to do. They're showing up untouchable. It's so sketchy that the modern media, the media already got pictures of Hamas leadership that doesn't include, mass people, masks on and stuff like that. And they walking out like Kashmiri kings. So what I say is that maybe a war-torn population, some of these people in Israel may be actual descendants of Holocaust survivors and things of that nature. And I feel as though they're taking armed conflict and war a little different, a little more sacred, a little more ritualistic than ordinary people. Palestinian people of Palestine, with regards to how it is they were represented, before the war in Iraq or shortly after the war in Iraq, that ended in the death of Saddam Hussein. They weren't expecting this, but this is something that would have happened. So what I was saying was all together, like the strategies collectively of the terrorist organizations or the different armies, that fill the world. I mean, that occupy with regards to that stipulates and advocates terror, as well as maybe strict or very very held to Muslim standards and beliefs. Is that this is something that's going to actualize, and take place. This is going to happen. Um, so it's really too soon, and for these things to be occurring is sad. But I feel as though what happened in Israel is something that happened. And it happened October the 7th, October, November, December. Hamas had did it, but Hamas also used those missiles, and they motivated. But it's just, with the amount of hostages, all the hostages are like, they really got a lot of people who are senior citizens. And the footage as it stands on social media, it looks like a lot of the pictures that were collected of the whole entirety, they didn't really even come from Hamas telephones and shit. They were being filmed while they were taking the people away. They were using theirs. So I'm just saying that, as it is that these things occur at this point in time, I feel as though, man, by way of what I'm saying is it's just correct that the rest of the world, the nations, the Americas, the Europe is man involved in this Ukraine war, and that conflict, is kind of taking second, what I mean? It's a secondary, what I mean, involvement based on the nuance of that which is occurring and based on the nuance of that which is occurring in Israel. But what's going to happen is going to happen, and it's going to happen. They might even destroy, fuck around, destroy the rest of the remains of what the castle was that Solomon, presided in. So who knows, So really, it's something that you have to behave with regards to, and it looked like the descendants of World War One, Holocaust survivors, they might not motherfucking survive this war. So you might want to watch it. Man, they're being real hands off. You really gotta watch it. You gotta watch the real estate, man, the type of all this type of stuff just matriculate. I think that the Israel may have been like a closed off, eyes wide shut type thing. Like you really never really understood what really went on and what goes on, and by way of what happens, you want to really you want to see the dirty laundry that they have in that part of the world that they're going to put out. But this war, man, that they're going about, it seems like what it is they're doing is they're killing and they're persecuting the Palestinians. But what happens is, I feel as though what I want to base this on, Hamas, they motivated with a decision that they had in October to have this matriculate into December and to lure them out, holiday season on their Hanukkah, so that they could exploit priorities that ascertain to publicize media and and propagandize momentums, allocated and choreographed by way of this guy Benjamin Rahu. So it looks like the Israel army is doing what they're doing, but what they're doing is they're occupying a place, man, that's a shore side of what it is that occurs if Israel's on a peninsula with that part of Jerusalem. They're occupied near the shore. They're on the California of America, but they're not on the New Jersey of America where they are, and they're really just shooting empty buildings. They said 86 percent of the population in Palestine is starving or hungry or displaced or homeless. Maybe it'd be better that they're not in their homes right now, because their homes are being sprayed as if people are in them. And as this is occurring, the world of terror is mobilizing and getting ready to attack and apprehend each and every person in Israel. They're counting their soldiers, they're counting their army, they're looking at their tactics. They don't have an enemy to fight. So you could say the army of Israel is being very, very cruel and inhumane. But in that, you can say with regards to the motivation, the Pearl Harbor that really shocked Israel into action, that was a very cruel and inhumane attack. But by way of that attack, terrorism, as it is that I explained it, is the third or the fifth communism. So terrorism as a political party is actualizing, and it seems is old as time. It's really not that old. I don't think it's older than guerrilla warfare. So what happens is this is a different type of thing, and at this point in time, Hamas, one terrorist organization had pulled, the people out of their practical frame of mind and got them involved in something that's not the Super Bowl, it's not the World Series, and they're cheering against people who have died and who are dying. So I mean, Hamas exploited a priority and is enduring to, enjoy a position that's not quite the same as the people in Palestine. And it can be years and years and years, but the Israeli army is never going to be able to be seated, quietly in Israel after all this shit that they said and all this shit that they saying. That's really all I'm saying.